Excellent. So I'm going to start right away. Well, I'm super happy with this and this presentation, Hans. And I didn't know that Joseph said that, but I'm super happy with this way of putting it. We did actually this homage to Cedric Price because everyone talk about the Fan Palace and the Interaction Center where they talk about Cedric Price, but there are many other works that need to be thought of. And I want to talk about the Sheffield Festival project in which Cedric Price did not produce utilities or infrastructures, but he mainly produced a situation in which criticism could be taken to daily life. This is probably most of the people don't know what is this, but it's vital to understand the construction, the daily construction of an image that we all have as a shared knowledge, which is the Barcelona Pavilion, Mies van der Rohe Barcelona Pavilion. This is namely a broken glass in the basement of the pavilion as it was reconstructed in 1980s. And we interviewed so many people that are working there and that reconstructed the pavilion and that had an important role on the daily making of the pavilion. All of these people. And we found out that the basement is playing a key role. Thank you so much, Lorenza. Is playing a key role on producing what happens to be upstairs. So where upstairs everything's kind of perfect, unbroken, everything remains like it was similar to the morning in which it was open. In the basement, all the broken pieces, the things that are showing it as an experiment, all those elements that are reproducing the pavilion as a social issue, as something that needs to be constructed and something that needs a tissue of society and production to back it up, is remaining in the basement. So in a way, the basement plays the role of the Dorian Gray portrait, which somehow renders the pavilion as a asocial construction by the action of keeping all these parts, those evidences of the social dependency that the pavilion has down there. We produce an installation by the invitation of the Mies van der Rohe Foundation. So this is the reconstruction that we did by taking all the things that are kept in the basement and placing them together with that other image of the pavilion that we're used to see and to recognize as the proper Mies. For me, it's very interesting to see that there's no divorce between the ordinary and the exceptional, and that we can really reconstruct our idea of how the daily life is produced and think that those processes that are part of the daily life could also be part of what we consider exceptional. These are different parts of the installation with all these elements. And this is the way also that people understand that Mies van der Rohe is always also a machine to make things, to render society, to make images of society and diffuse them. Exactly as the IMS were doing with Powers of 10. Last year, we presented in the Lisbon Triennale the work Superpowers of 10, in which we analyzed a number of things that were in between the frames of the IMS famous movie, and how many things were not there. For instance, was not there the atomic plan that was related that much to the movie, or it was not related to or it was not depicted the whole industry that made the Chicago lake and the Chicago lawn where the picnic took part be totally transformed, or it was not the film in which the movie was made and that was not depicting symmetrically the black and the white skins. And with all these presences, we could say that this is all the things that are missing in between the frames of Powers of 10 of the IMS movie. Again, architecture is not necessarily about producing new realities or new functional possibilities, but of creating renderings of the social. This is the way we presented it in Lisbon. Yeah. Or for instance, we work making transparent Peter Eisenman with these 12 actions to make Peter Eisenman transparent in the works of the building site of the Cidade da Cultura in Galicia by opening it for people to understand the process. From basic things to making visible what were the extension of the contracts of each construction company taking part in it, or for instance, calling for the people of the city to be part of the celebration of the big steps of the building site. And I would like to finish. This is, for instance, the way the building site looked during these 12 actions, like this. So the image was not accidental, and it was not about style, but about how to enroll people in the criticism and the evaluation of the building site. And the last project has to do again with this, how to bring people together by means of architecture, and how to re-socialize daily life by means of architecture. This is the distribution of contemporary contemporary art centers in Madrid, and they all are in the city center and very much concentrated within the most expensive area within the city. This is the distribution of independent groups that are doing the most significant ones that are devoted to creativity in Madrid. As you see, this distribution is not coincident at all. This is much more evenly distributed within the city. And we designed these devices that were shading devices equipped with all sorts of infrastructures for creative production, from sound systems to video beams to projectors to all these things that could be openly available for people without being invited to do shows or to present their poetry or to play music or to present photographs or to do a political meeting or to whatever they wanted without being invited. And this is the way we thought they could work in the public space. This is the design we did. That was an assembly of very inexpensive components, industrial components, massively produced, like this. So the overall cost was 50,000 euros for each of them, and they were more than 40 meters long. This is the way we constructed them. This is the furniture that came with them. This is the way it started to work. This is the way they look. They're called the Scarabox. And these are the situations that it produced. Thank you very much.